Hi, everybody. It's Tonya and Tonya Shadoan. And I had to retake this video because the other one wouldn't upload on my phone. So yesterday, I just want to tell you that the video that I put together of why I want to be a part of Southwestern Family so bad, and also a little bit about me is I just got done working out yesterday and I decided just to do it right there in my car. I did it in one take. It was a great video, but I did that because I am very transparent and real, and I meet people where they're at. And I will tell you a little bit about my background and how I became so humble and transparent in my life now. So I started Circle City Planners, an event planning company, back in 1999. My claim to fame is $121 in loose change. I was an educator prior to that, teaching high school kids and theater and British literature and speech and debate and you name it. And I had my first child, and I really just was craving to stay at home. And I was pregnant with my second child. And one day when my toddler was walking around, I saw a baby bank full of loose change. And I was like, I'm going to create my own business. I come from a family of entrepreneurs. Everyone in my family is entrepreneurs. And the joke is Thanksgiving dinner, we're all fighting of who's going to talk about their business first. And so anyway, bellied up, pregnant and all, toddler in, went to Kroger, went to Coinstar, came out $121. To this day, I have the receipt. I went to the bank and they said, "What is your business name?" And I said, "Good question." So I went back and created a business plan. And I will tell you, I struggled. And I can remember, to make a long story short, that I basically, not only did I start my business, but I was also teaching part-time and I was getting my master's at the same time. And so I was juggling all types of things. So my business was barely thriving. I was doing all types of events. I can remember making my first $60 as a Chick-fil-A princess. Yes, back then I was much younger. And I remember getting that first check. And boy, was I hungry, and I was going to do anything that it took to make my business a success. And I can remember being at networking meetings and handing out that first business card and really being nervous of that transition. Well, then I grew my business. I was in that business for 15 years, grew my business to 17 employees. We made $500,000 in a short period of time. And when the economy went to poop, we actually moved forward in our business and started a sister company, Circle City Circle City Designers, which I brought on a florist. And that year we did 93 weddings. So fast forward, then people started asking me, like, how did you do this? And so then, as a natural born leader and teacher, I wanted to help other people do this full time as an event planner or wedding planner. And I started coaching individuals, and I would do individual classes, like 6-week sessions, do tons of videos on YouTube at the time, and I would charge people. And so that really took off. And in the meantime, I was writing a book, which was like birthing. I had a third child who was colic for 9 months. But I wrote a book, and that every morning I would get up from 5 to 6 a.m. before the sun would come up and write that book. And it took me a year. So it was like having a fourth child. And in the book, it's a self-help book, and it helps people create a roadmap, because I believe in a balance of personal and professional, and it brings those two worlds together. So if you see my teaching video next, then you will know about the roadmap. And so then I created a mastermind group, and I had people all over the world. And my biggest success, which kind of goes on to why I want to be a part of this, is that I crave the affirmation, not the affirmation for myself, but helping people transform their lives. I had one mastermind girl that took her business to 300% and hired 5 employees in 1 year. And to me, I could tell you all about my awards and everything that I've done, but to me, that is the biggest gift. And that's when I know I thrive, because I'm continuing to grow and transform. And fast forward, my daughter, who was 14 at the time, she was diagnosed with cancer, and I had to quit work. I had to let everybody go, let my business go. I got a divorce. I had over 100 appointments. I lived at the hospital. I don't know how I paid my rent. I mean, God was so good to me. I never borrowed money from anyone. And I'm proud to say that my daughter now is a sophomore at Butler and she's doing great. But during that time, that's when I became humble. And being humble is, I felt like God crashed my world when I was at top of the mountain, and I lost everything. I went bankrupt. I had my Mercedes taken out of my driveway. I thought I was going to lose my house. I had to tell my children, the people who are my biggest fans, and I had to start over. So when Caitlin was better, then I started over, and I am now a florist, believe it or not, and I am at the top of my game again. And it's only been 3 years, and I am ready for a new book, not just a chapter, but a new book. I spent over 2 months this early fall discovering who I am, what my gifts are, and I did a lot of meditation and praying about, God, please lead me to where I need to be. And this is where I feel like I know I need to be. I need a family. I miss using my brain, but most importantly, I miss helping people. I'm a natural born leader. I'm a go-getter. I'm always full of energy. We all have our bad days. I know that, believe me. But I've got some pretty broad shoulders here. And I've been through a lot, and I've been in the trenches. And to me, getting your hands dirty and leading by example and giving the confidence to people to transform their lives. And I'm continuing to grow. With all the tools, and shout out to Anthony and Dave and Emmy, that have just taught me so much in the last month, that I am hungry. I am hungry, but I'm hungry to be a part of Southwestern Family. So thank you so much. I'm honored, and I have to upload my video because it's due right now. All right, make it a great one. I'll see you soon.